Okay, sorry about that. I'll continue. Everything's okay. I thought that they were yelling at each other. They were playing some game. I don't understand. Anyway, so Finding Water I'm going to give away because it reminds me of it's reflective of all the people that I met through blogging, a group of these women that I call my blogging sisters, and a lot of them I met when I first did The Artist's Way with Leah, who writes the blog Creative Every Day. And it was a great group, and I really loved it, and I think you'll like these books. I personally had trouble with Julia Cameron because she really was not reflective of someone who is a stay-at-home mom with 2 children, and so sometimes her exercises just kind of made me annoyed. But in general, I think that they are helpful books, and I think somebody else would really, really enjoy them. Okay, so the next book I want to give away is A Million Little Pieces. I really like this book. I don't know if you remember it. Oh, I don't know why my little whatever. I really can't get the lighting right on this. Anyway, A Million Little Pieces by James Fry. He was on Oprah a lot because she loved this book, and then there was some controversy that not everything in the book is completely memoir. He made up some parts. Either way, I love the book. I think they made a big deal over nothing really, and a couple of reasons I like this book, but one of them is because it kind of understood how sometimes when you're in the public eye, and a blog can be public even in a tiny way, even my blog, that it feels public, and you put yourself out there and then things don't work out the way that you want them to or think them to, or people have a perception of you that you don't agree with, and I kind of can relate to that in a way. There are things I put out on my blog, and I don't know, sometimes I wish I didn't, or sometimes you feel exposed, or you do things and you fail, because not necessarily fail in the sense that you didn't learn from them, but really it didn't work out the way you thought it would or kind of said that it would. And so I like this book. It reminds me of that. Okay, the next one is A New Earth, another Oprah pick. I don't always pick books from her, but these 2 I happen to. I liked A New Earth, and I also am reading Power of Now. I'm still not finished with it. But he's a little dry, Eckhart Tolle, but I think his message is great, and the webcasts that go along with this book, A New Earth, were wonderful. And so I'd recommend reading it, but it's not a book that you could sit down and be like, wow, I can't wait to finish it, and I'm going to power through it in a day. I think it's one of those books you got to read a little at a time, and it kind of did make me see differently about keeping present, and I do often think back to things that he said in this book. So I'd recommend it. It's a good book. Oh, the next thing I'm giving away is a journal, because I love collage journals, and I made a lot of these and kind of sold them while I was online at Be Alive, Believe, Be You. And I put a lot of care into all of these journals. They're scraps of paper from all different places, and I always include a wire flower, and I hand sew in like a little tie so that you could tie the book closed. And this one's called Hidden, because there's kind of hidden messages in here. I don't know, I really like the journals, and I hope that somebody would enjoy using it, because that's what I use to write in my journal. And also I post all those journal pages that seem fitting. And then I'm going to give away a picture, a collage I made, because I like making collages. This particular one I picked because it's called Be You, and it says on it, you tell your story, she tells her story, I tell mine, our fears, our dreams, our bliss. And this was from a poem I wrote, and I had it on the blog, and this is a nice pink collage. I was hoping that you could see it here. I think I'll link to it though. And then there's another one in case you wanted something more that you could hang up. This is called Be Alive, Believe, Be You, and it's actually like a prototype for that postcard that I made. First it took me several different tries to get the postcard just right. Next, I will be giving away a bag. These bags actually I bought to put my art in and sell it. And I bought a lot of bags because I really thought that that was something I was going to enjoy more, selling at craft fairs, but it's not something I so much enjoy. I don't know, I'll find something that I enjoy doing, but the craft fair experience, it was great, but overall it was stressful and it just wasn't for me. But I have all these bags now and I use them for a lot of things, but inside your bag will definitely include some worry dolls, because what was happening over the last 3 years, I would see things creative and just buy a whole bunch of them, not knowing what I would use them for. And they're called Guatemalan worry dolls, and I bought a whole bunch of these. Don't know what I would use them for. But I've had one set someone gave to me like probably 20 years ago, and I still have it. And so that's why when I saw them like 2 years ago, I bought a whole bunch of them. And also included in your treat bag will definitely be some wire. These are wire butterflies. You know, I love making those wire symbols. They're a lot of fun. And also probably some bracelets. See, this is another thing. This whole entire jar is filled with all these little colored bracelets because at different times I would find them at different places really cheap and just buy a whole bunch of them. I'm going to stop this video again because I think it's getting too big, and then I'll continue on. Sorry there's so many videos.